if we were to leave now, what does that do for our relationship? Like truly, like just because there's not another black person here, even if the entire cast was black, does that truly mean that somebody was going to help us get to the decision we needed?
Right.
We have what we have here. We got like it, we could, it's based on personality. Like, can we still find the solution to our problem, whether it was a full black cast, whether there was one more black person, or whether the entire cast was snow bunnies? I don't care.
This is Shana,
Kris.
and we are Bad Queers. If you came out of the closet and got put in a box of stereotypes you don't belong to, then welcome to the Bad Queers Club.
All right, this week in Queer Urban Dictionary, I have Dom Femme. Dom Femme are femme lesbians who possess a dominant energy.
Mm.
A deeper dive is Dom Femme is a phrase that reverses femdom, which is a label describing a woman performing the dominant role. This could also be referred to as a female dominatrix. Dominatrix.
Dominatrix.
Shout out to our dom femmes and our femdoms and
Yes.
all of our aggressive femmes, whatever you call yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
We love you. We appreciate you.
yeah, we do. They're honestly the unsung heroes of the queer community.
They don't get the
They
credit they
really are.
deserve.
They don't. They take it at night. They take their credit. They'll take it. Okay. And some of us will give it up. Okay. Me included. What you got,
They
Shana?
take it at night is
They take it at night.
crazy. My Queer Urban Dictionary word of the week is glamour butch.
But be mean to me.
Glamour butch. Stop it.
Be mean to me.
Booty.
Don't
Booty.
stop. Stop
Booty.
being mean.
Holler. Stop. Ah.
You can't tell them that because then they won't stop being mean.
You're
So
like,
you got to be very
stop.
careful. You got to be very careful. It's your little
They
mean
won't stop.
mean girl
Okay.
fetishes. You got to be very careful.
I love it though. It is the
Hmm.
best.
Yeah.
Like I said, glamour butch, lesbians who have masculine gender expression, which incorporates formal attire like a suit and tie. These are the people who are coming out looking fly, looking good, feeling great. Glamour butches. My sentence is I'm not a regular butch. I'm a glamour butch. And I look good. I feel like you can always tell when these are my sentences because they're just ridiculous. And I just, here we are. But
A sentence is a sentence.
a sentence is a sentence, and I wrote it.
Hmm.
So you're
Yeah.
welcome. No chat
Yeah.
GPT here.
And we have a fun show today. So
Fun show. I'm so excited. Y'all, of course, we have company. We got company. We got company from Netflix's Queer Ultimatum Season 2. We are welcoming AJ and Brittany to the podcast. AJ is MC and host, vibe curator, style creator, all of the wonderful things. And Brittany is nurse and owner of Vitalux Med Spa, which has your health and facial needs based in Orlando, Florida.
AJ, Brittany, thank y'all so much for joining Bad Queers.
Oh, we're happy to be here. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely grateful. Absolutely grateful.
So I feel like most of our audience knows who you are by your voices, but if you could both introduce yourselves so the people listening will know who's speaking.
Well, I'm Brittany. I am from the Ultimatum season 2.
And I'm AJ, and she dragged me there. So
God, this is how we're starting. That's
I know,
crazy.
right?
Whoa, okay.
Like, is that a card that you still get to pull as you get like y'all get in a debate and you be like, hey, remember that time that you pulled me on that reality show to analyze my
Yeah.
business? Like,
Yeah.
no. Honestly, like it just kind of it was just something that I think that a lot of our people that know us or know of us around the city of Orlando, they kind of just saw us and was like, look, like we've been waiting for a proposal, but we don't know anything about your life. Like, so when
Hmm.
the show came out, it kind of was like a, oh, tag, 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 tag. And
Hmm.
so we were just like, she really looked at it and was like, oh, well, this makes sense because I've been
Yeah.
asking this. And I was like,
Damn.
Like, what
And
are
the
the
city
odds
behind you.
you're gonna
Brittany
choose
has the
us?
city
Right
behind
or
Not the
wrong?
whole
No.
city behind you.
tagging.
No,
Damn, AJ.
seriously, yes.
They're
Yeah.
like, no, y'all need to go on the show.
Because
So
when they see us, they're like, "Oh, damn, are y'all engaged? Where's the when's the wedding?" And then they would always say, "Oh, AJ, where's your wife? Brittany, where's your wife?" Like, and then it was always just a thing. So
yeah.
You know
yeah,
what
it
this is
was.
giving?
What?
It's giving like Lifetime, small town. Everybody knows your business. Is every time you walk in to get a coffee, you go in to buy your groceries. You got somebody asking, "Hey, when are y'all
Yeah,
engaged?
So
literally.
funny.
Who's gonna propose?
Literally.
What are y'all up to? You know,
What are you up
just want to
to?
know."
There's
Yeah.
no ring, I see.
Yeah. Like everybody knows.
Damn.
I feel like everybody else knows our business more than we know our business at this
Yeah.
point. Because
Hmm.
I was like,
Right.
wait, what y'all talking about? Is it time for engagement? It feels like it's year one for me still. Like, what are you talking about? But yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of how that happens. But no, not in the literal sense. Did she drag me? No. We both obviously agreed. We went, did the thing, and obviously had a great outcome. So.
Yeah. Well, taking a step back, can y'all share where y'all are from and y'all's origin story?
You wanna
Oh,
go
okay.
first? I don't
Well,
know.
okay, so me, I am a military brat. My dad was in the military for like 20 plus years. I grew up literally all over the United States. I don't have like a actual place of like where people are like, "Oh, I was born and raised in blank," but I can
Hmm.
say I was born in New York. And then I moved to Florida when I was 13, and then I've kind of just been here majority because my parents, uh well, I wanted to get a soccer scholarship and you got to get in-state tuition, so I stayed here. So I moved to Orlando and then yeah, I met Brittany in 2019, but before we get there, Brittany.
Um, I was born in Miami, wasn't raised there. I was raised in Port St. Lucie. My family is Caribbean, mom's side and dad's side. I was raised by my grandparents in Port St. Lucie. They did an amazing job with me and my siblings.
If I do say so myself.
So we grew up Trini, and I was grateful to have my grandparents and my aunts growing up. And I moved out to Orlando when I was 18, 19 years old.
Hmm.
It was like a month or so before I turned 19. But I moved out here for college, pursued nursing, and yeah, then in 2019, when I was in my last semester of nursing school, I met this one. It was like a month before I graduated too.
Oh, wow. And
Yeah.
so y'all shared the story of meeting each other at the club and Brittany, kind of you being the aggressor in it, but can you tell that first interaction how it went down?
Okay. So I'm an introvert. Let's start there. I'm an introvert. I'm always have been shy my entire life. But yet I always have things to say or like, but I just probably didn't say it. I don't know. So
Hmm.
I think at that point in my life and also with how many drinks I had in my system, I was feeling a little bit more courageous, if you will.
Hmm.
And also, I've been single for at least a year at this time. So, and I haven't been out because I've been nursing school, right? So I'm finally outside after studying all goddamn forever. And I'm outside, I'm drinking my drink, you know what I'm saying? And then I see her across the room. And I don't know if you guys know, but at least, I mean, for lesbians, for gay people, it's hard to like meet other people because you don't know if they're gay or not.
Yeah.
There's 90% of places are straight, which is the majority, and normal places, normal clubs.
Hmm.
So I'm in this club, and I see her with her shaved sides and
Hmm.
little, button down, whatever she had on or whatever. And I'm like, ooh, I'm talking to my girls. I'm like, she's cute. And they're like, girl, go talk to her. And I'm like, oh my God, no, girl, no.
Come on
And
with
then
the hype.
um then I lost her in the crowd. I'm still chilling, vibing, whatever, get my second drink or whatever number it was. And then I see her again. And I realized I actually got sad that I lost her in the crowd. I'm like, damn, the night's gonna end. And I didn't even get to like, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So then I see her, and then I'm like, they're like, oh, look, there she is, go, 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 go. And I'm like, okay, fine, fine, I'll go. So then I go up to her and I tap on her and I'm like, "You're cute." And she's like, "Cute or cute, cute?"
Well played.
And I'm gonna let you take over.
Passing of the story is
It
fantastic. Come on,
it
batons. Like,
is.
come on.
Y'all are aligned,
Okay.
okay?
No, yeah. I don't know why she would pass the baton at this point because I was literally intoxicated. Because it was my birthday. It was like a couple days before my birthday
Didn't know
actually
that.
began.
What a
Um,
present.
so I said the cute, cute thing.
I
If
know, right?
what I re can recall, the cute, cute thing happened because I was just like, I have been getting girls come up to me that night, and majority of them were straight.
And in general, that's
And
what Herby
Okay. I
thought.
was gonna ask y'all, was this a straight club or event?
oh
And
yeah,
there was
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Okay.
straight
No.
I
club.
was
Okay.
okay. Thought
Yeah,
so.
Good
Yeah.
question.
there's
Good
It
not.
happens
question.
that way.
As far as like the queer community before tangent, the queer community in Orlando is kind of like it's there, but it's if you're looking for the black queers, it's not there.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
nightlife was hip hop, R&B. It was the only night that was doing it as far as like a
It was
Thursday. It was a
yeah, it was a
Thursday
Thursday
night
night.
It was Thursday night too.
Like
Yeah.
and
an iconic Thursday.
like like
Underrated night to find somebody. I think a Thursday
Uh-huh.
night is a strong night, but that's
yeah, it is a strong night. And
it's a
it
strong
was
night.
a lit night, but
Yeah.
besides the point,
It was after UCS homecoming, so that's why.
yeah.
Oh, so
It
it was
was
packed.
popping, but most
Okay.
of the Thursdays were always popping. But nonetheless, this night happened to be like a night I was super celebrating because it was like I was part of the radio station and I had worked with them and I do like I was a radio personality. Plus, it was my birthday, so all of us were celebrating that factor. So seeing
I went out
Brittany,
from with my
right?
classmates because it was
It was
homecoming
like
and we're like about to
okay,
graduate.
but then you have all these straight women that come up to you and are like, "Oh, I think you're this," because they obviously can tell that I'm gay,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, "Oh,
Great.
great."
Where's your
You
husband?
said do something about it. Do something. Show me for real.
Like, because I'm just not in, like, I'm really, like, I've done that, and it's not something that I'm, like, interested at the time. Like, it was, like,
Yeah.
years ago. So, like, it was, like, So when she came
I
up
know
to me,
what this
like,
is.
here we go, another straight girly. Like, and she's like, oh, I think you're cute. I was like, cute or cute, cute? And she's like, cute, cute. And I was like,
I straight up said
okay.
I like girls
And
with
she's
tongue.
like, I like girls. And I was
And
like,
she's like,
And
oh,
got to it.
and you bad as hell, too? Okay. Yeah.
You said say
We were
less.
just talking about this, like how we should all take the initiative to like hit on each other and all that and flirt. But
mhm.
it's just so much easier if like the femme in that situation just says what it is because it is hard to tell out there.
Yeah.
And once I know what it is, then from there,
Then
It's fine.
it's
Yeah,
fair,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
fair game.
I just don't know.
I
Yeah.
said we need to have like a secret society of like this is the handshake or this is how you know
Yes.
I'm gay. Like how
The
you know how
signal.
like Jeep people have like the Jeep when they pass by. I
Mhm.
need like a lesbian sign. When you see me, I
We
see
need
you
a
and you're
lesbian
like,
Jeep.
We really do. We do. Yeah, and you just
Stop.
know it has to be
Actually,
it has to
come
be
on.
hand
oh
related.
my,
It has
Come
to
on.
be finger or
like
hand.
I don't
It
need it
has
to
to
be
be it could be real quick too.
Like
You could be on the
real
phone
quick.
and
no,
just
I
keep
wouldn't be able to
talking
like
too.
like just think if Brittany had been able to see AJ from across the room, get eye contact, and just be like,
Yeah. It's, and you know
okay,
it has to be a certain rhythm of the fingers too, just like that. So you know.
Yeah,
or
it
just
just
like the
needs to be
scoop
so
that does
subtle.
it.
The
Has to be
So
the scoop with
subtle.
it.
scoop. I
Like
like
I
that.
don't
Scoop,
need
put it
to,
in.
I don't need like you don't need to be doing
Where
much
everybody
because I don't
knows.
want nobody else to know what you're doing, but I just need it to be subtle like a
That's
I don't
something.
know, like
It
it's
has to
so
Something.
be. It has
weird.
to do
Something.
like we're
Something.
scooping and coming in,
Like, come here.
Yeah.
coming in.
That's so
That's
funny.
it.
I'm with
That
it.
that flick of the
Let's
wrist
start it.
will determine everybody else.
Yes,
Because otherwise, you could
that's
just be like,
it.
"Oh, come here." But if you flick,
Yeah. Then you
we've
know.
done it. We've solved
Okay,
it.
come here. And then the girl's gonna be like, okay, I'm
Okay,
coming. Like,
Yeah, and that's it. That
that's
would
it.
solve
That's it.
80% of our problems right
wow,
now.
I
that
think we
really,
just
wow.
solved lesbian issues in
We
Wow.
did. We broke the
Just think if
tension.
we had
oh
come
y'all got me
together
started.
sooner, we would have
I
solved
know.
it.
And that, see, the beauty of the internet, honestly. This is
That is amazing.
when it goes right.
That would
So,
help us a lot.
So the next time I see
yeah.
y'all, I'm gonna be like,
Hey,
And we
come
know,
on.
and listen,
Come on,
we
friend.
here. What's up?
So-
You know, so I love it. I love that we solved that.
Oh
So
my God. So
I
that's
get the scene of it. So then now at this
Yeah.
point, obviously you know, and y'all go from there. Now
Mhm.
from that night, did y'all like immediately see each other? Did y'all, people will spend the hours after the initial meeting with each other? Like, how
For
did the
days.
It was literally
Days.
just fucking that.
let me
It was
tell you, she was boring. She was boring in the beginning because I would text her and be like, "Hey, I'm hosting this party,
Mhm.
or I'm at this place. Can you come out?" And she's like, "No, I'm working." I was like, "Oh,
right?
the next one because
I'll
you
study
can't
on
A bitch
it.
come
was
out.
at
You can't
work.
come
A bitch was
Yeah.
working. I was in school. I had
Yeah.
practicum, which is basically where you're like a intern or
Yep.
whatever.
That
But
meant you had no life.
none.
Yeah.
And then graduation day was upon us.
And she didn't invite me.
Mm.
That's
Brittany.
What were the conversations like before
okay.
that she didn't invite you? Like, what was it still like misconnection? Like, y'all still talking, flirting, but like, y'all haven't really hung out.
I had another like side piece.
Talk about it.
Oh,
Go ahead.
oh,
Talk about
or
it.
that.
Go ahead.
And she was there. This side piece was like not a main piece because, oh God, I never told this story.
Today
That's so
became
funny.
Joy.
Okay, so I had a side piece. Me and her have been talking for a little bit. What?
Mhm.
And but I wasn't actually into her, and I told her that straight up. Like I eventually like okay, after talking for like X amount of time, I told her, but she was still like, okay, well we could be friends, and whatever.
No,
I'm still single,
not
so
the
I
She
hope.
didn't
didn't
really
get
give a
the
fuck.
fun part. Like she was trying real hard.
The
So
hope.
then, she has been kind of like a little bit longer in my journey of nursing school, like at least the last 2 semesters or three, I forgot how many. So I think at this point, I was like, it's only right if you come to the graduation. I mean, so I invite, and I felt like, oh my God, I want to invite you. But then I was like, if I invite her, this might be weird.
I didn't give a
And then
fuck.
my family, which I'm not ready for you to meet them yet. It was just a lot. So I think I just made a decision to just invite, one person who I've been talking about graduation for this entire time. And then yeah. But I saw her out.
Was that it? Was that the final day with that side piece where it was just
Yes.
like, okay,
No.
well, it's
Oh
set.
no. Actually.
Oh man, Brittany, I'm
Oh,
trying to
yeah,
help.
tell the truth,
Brittany,
tell the whole
AJ is
truth.
like,
Like,
absolutely
Man, Kris,
not.
you really trying to
Absolutely
give her the
not.
layup.
You trying to go
Oh,
on now. I
okay,
was like, well,
okay.
that was
No, but
probably
like
it,
as a
right?
romantic thing, like yes, like we've
Okay.
never crossed any romantic, even though she told me she's in love with me, but I never like
Brittany's like, I, as a person, never said, but she might have said something.
yeah,
Because AJ's looking
trying
at
to
you like,
help you. She's like, you like the little light skinned bitch and da, 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 da,
I
da.
do.
Tell
the
And
me it was
last,
like through
I was
tears.
the
like,
Please
last
tell me it
swing.
was through
wow.
like dry heaving and
That's
tears.
that last hurt
She was
swing.
she was
Like, you
hurt.
just,
And
I
then
never met her and I got blocked. And I didn't know how I
mm,
got blocked.
the first time I posted, I took a long time to post her eventually when we started dating, and like she blocked me and her after.
Mhm.
So I know she was
wow.
sick when those Netflix
I
ads
mean,
started to come
sick.
out.
Oh
She
my
probably,
God.
Sick.
I didn't
she
talk about
canceled
that.
Netflix. She probably has
I
been on
did think about that.
social.
Cancel
She has been
Netflix.
off.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Yes, I do think about that to
Nah,
be
she was
honest.
sick.
That's funny.
But to wrap
Wow.
up how we met, so yeah, I was dodging her a little bit because I was always busy. I'm in school, da da da, whatever. And then like one day, I was like, you know what, I'm free. But like I said, well, you want to come over? And then instead of going out, because she kept inviting me out because she works also downtown. But I'm like, you want to just come over? So then she comes over, brings wine, and then when a girl's coming over, you ready for whatever, but you're not trying to like do all that, but you just ready for whatever could happen. So, anyways, we're both ready for whatever. But the conversation, we just got in each other's space, and like she came over, and it was just conversation. We had just deep ass
Hmm.
conversation and got to know each other in such a like I don't know, it was great. And we just didn't do anything physical, but it was just a wonderful experience of just getting to know each other.
We talked for hours.
Hours,
I-
all
all night.
freaking night.
And I don't think I've ever
That's the
had that
best.
where I mean I feel like you have instances of it. Like you find like every once in a while somebody like, oh, you can talk for hours, da da da. But this type of talk, because of the industry I was in entertainment as far as like being an MC and being downtown and then being on radio. So people try to use you a lot for like free tickets, free events, or getting in a line, cutting the line. So just to hear that she's not like money hungry or wasn't like in a hungry space of, oh, like what can you do for me? Like, you know,
Hmm.
it was
Like my
just like a
girls need something this
very
weekend.
very wholesome conversation. And then I was like, okay, what's important to you? Like, why are you becoming a nurse? And her answer, even in that, was like, I'm becoming a nurse because my grandparents raised me and I want to be able to take care of them in a time that they will need someone the most. And I feel like being a nurse is going to allow me to take care of them, especially in the times that they've always taken care of me. And I, in that moment, wanted to cry. Like, oh,
Right.
wow, like this is like you're not just doing like because nurses, you catch a really good check, but she's doing it for the sake of my family are in their older age, their elderly stage, and I want to be there for them to take care of them, to tell them what about their medication, if a side effect, this is what you need to tell your doctor. Don't get roped into the doctor games, this, that, and the third. Like it was just wholesome conversations, and we got really deep, and I think that's like something that really was important to me was just talking on a deeper level more than anything.
Yeah. So then
Yeah,
from there
the
we
long way short, but yeah.
yeah.
No, that was great. Thank you.
Honestly, one of the best origin stories that we have heard
Yeah.
on here. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Have
I'm
the
sure there's
drama.
better out
Realistic
there,
picture.
but we'll take it.
Realistic. So realistic.
Right.
origin story. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Well, let's go into talking about your time on the Queer Ultimatum and
Yeah.
how that experience was because man, the drama that happened around it and the way that it felt like they were like cooking, like it's like we could feel where they were trying to cook stuff and where the cuts were. And obviously we don't know everything that happens behind the scenes and does all this stuff, so I am very excited to hear more of your experience with it. And one of the things that I really want to know is, looking back, rewatching clips, shows, parts of the show, what did the Queer Ultimatum portray right and wrong about your story as a couple during the show?
It's a really good question.
Right and wrong.
Mm.
Um, do you want to start? Or do you want me to start? I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Calculating. I'm calibrating right now.
As far as right, um, I think I look the same. I don't think
Yeah,
I'm the
I'll
same
take that.
person
I'll take that.
in real life.
100%. 100%. Brittany, if there's no edit when it comes to Brittany, how Brittany is on the show is how she actually shows up for people and how she supports and how she loves and how hard she loves and how soft she can love. I wish they gave her more credit because she checked a lot of people, which you don't see.
Cut it out.
They cut it
And
out.
that's
I was a little too much
because the facial expressions, I was like, there is more here, and I need to see what it is. I was over here, Brittany, I clocked it, and I was like, there is more that is being said that none of us are saying, because each time you did say something, I was like, the read is accurate.
Yes.
It is on point. It's on par. You're letting the people know that it's like, hey, we are out of control right now. Y'all need to come down like we're adults having adult conversations. So I was like, there is more here, and I want it.
There is.
I 100% agree. I think if anything good came out of that, I truly think it's like how Brittany showed up, and that's just how she shows up in general. I won't necessarily say wrong because I do respect that this is still a show. It's entertainment based. At the expense, unfortunately, of our relationship and what that may look like to the public. But as far as wrong, or not even wrong, just maybe
missing gaps.
Yeah, like could have shown more to elaborate on the story. I would say how a few of us were edited. It's not
about us.
Oh, I know, I'm aware. I'm just saying how a few of us were edited, but particularly like myself. Like, for instance, I wasn't the only person dating, clearly. I understand like how, and I even watching it back, like I've said this on a few different ones, but I've said that like my family, my friends, we all gathered around and we watched, and they were laughing the entire time, like thought it was hilarious. And then to watch the world take it in such a different route, it was like, oh, so are we mad that I dated? Or are we mad because, I mean, I understand it looks very strong, similar conversations that I'm having, but these are conversations that are, what is the word? Like engage, not engage. Like when someone tells you, like suggestions, like, suggested conversations, like, hey, we would have like things that we could ask, like, and it would just to help steer the conversation so that you get
like a guided
deeper. Yeah, a guided conversation.
Got it. Was it like production cards or just something around?
They'll pop in and say it. They'll be like,
paper. You would get a paper.
Yes.
And it would just be like for the day, like, okay, this is all that we're going to talk about. So like, for instance, day 2, it was majority sex questions on day 2.
Okay.
Day 1 was like,
and then gets deeper and
so
guidance.
It gives you guidance. But like, okay, if you don't know what to talk about in this moment, because I understand you just met each other, but like here, you can look at the paper and then put the paper away and then ask the question. So when you hear us say like, oh, I can see myself marrying you because guided question.
Okay.
You have to include the question in the answer.
Yes.
When we talk about it, really much of anything. And I would agree. I mean, I know people are like, oh my God, Brittany, like, did you not see Dating Week? But I lived it, and living it, I saw that we were all dating. Literally. Like the people flirting with me were flirting worse than this one. Like I'm not. I understand. Like again, we all know that they edited it to make it a show, which we're not mad about that. Yeah, like, we respect that because we know that we're signing away all of this, so you can do what the fuck you want to do with the edit. But I think just since we're here to fill in gaps, it's just like we were all dating. Yeah. So all of us had to like. I'm sure it was hard for every single person that went on the show, obviously, because we kind of talked about that off camera, but my point is like we all dated. We all dated. Like we all flirted. Like the even production's like, don't talk about your ex too much. You're flirting. Be in the moment with your date. But then we're like, okay, yes, so right. And we'll get back on track and then we'll flirt. Like you have to flirt. You have to not just flirt, but also be interested and ask the right questions and really be into the person that you're sitting in front of. So I personally wasn't as upset as it seems because it really did focus on her flirtatious moments and didn't include other people's flirtatious moments on purpose, which again, I'm fine with that. But it just felt like I'm not mad.
Yeah. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was flirting too, shit.
Okay.
So with other people, like it wasn't, yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I would say
so
it was
interesting.
bad with that, and then obviously there's just so much missing context with a lot of the different conversations. Like, um, overall, like you see people like what I've saw was when people were like, "Oh, AJ, you just want a housewife." Like, no, do you think Brittany would be with me for 5 years if I just wanted a housewife?
Right.
Like, one, I work from home, so I'm already doing majority of the things like the laundry, the cooking, the cleaning. And for when Brittany comes home, I do want to spend that time with her. So do you honestly think I would just want her at home staying? Like, of course you want your person home, but not to do all those things and your feet are up and you're playing video games while they're working and slaving away in the kitchen. Like, that makes no sense to me. And I wasn't raised like that. Like, my mom does not do that. My parents share both of the responsibilities. My mom will take out the trash, my dad would do the dishes. Like, it's very shared household, and that's just what I wanted. But you don't get to hear me say that because I said it throughout the entirety of our like the whole show, but they never added that in to say, oh, AJ wants work-life balance. So it's just unfortunate, but yeah, overall, good and bad. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so, and thank y'all for sharing that and filling in the gaps, because even with like our discussions that we had on our recaps and how they portrayed both of you, but particularly you, AJ, as a fellow Libra, I was on a ride with you. I was like, it's hard flirting, but it's really just charm. And AJ might be just that's just how AJ is, or that's how it was to me. And then the later episodes, everything, like I feel like you landed the plane, and I was like, it's just see, AJ's a great person. She's just not out there just being like
Yeah,
loose and
I'm
all
not
that.
like, yeah, I agree.
It's so
No,
funny. There was
that's
a lot
awesome.
of conversations between me and my wife. My wife was like, "See, you be like that out there, and you don't know that you're not. I know you're not flirting, but it
Yeah.
looks like you're flirting."
Yes.
Brittany, did you have that dynamic? Did you like see AJ?
Yes.
I was like, AJ just being AJ. Like,
Our whole relationship, which is why I wasn't that concerned. And then she's not flirting nor saying anything out of pocket. So yeah, she just like
just being AJ.
charismatic and people just like it. And I'm like, damn, I'm mad that she likes it, but it's not her fault. What did AJ do? Nothing. So
Yeah.
I'm just
And
trying to
now knowing they gave y'all some of these stronger prompts, because that was my thing, was just like, how they edited in the questions that they did highlight. It was just like, God damn, AJ is getting deep with a lot
Oh,
of people. But they made you they made you look wild out here. Like, I know watching it back had to be like,
I
okay,
was
y'all.
laughing. I honestly, when I was with my family, I was laughing because I just generally thought it was just so funny to watch me in a way that I wouldn't act really, truly, obviously, in a dating, if we were truly dating in
Hmm.
the real world. Obviously, this is an experience. Everything's so heightened. The emotions are so real. It's so like raw. And the questions that are being suggested and are prompted, those are like that's just what they're asking you at that time. Like, they asked me straight, they asked everybody at the table. They said, look, AJ, what's something, three things about Brittany that Brittany doesn't do,
that this person does.
that Brittany doesn't do that this person does? And then they just chop up what they want to use from that. So it's just like,
Messy ass
like they
questions
hear,
for the
like
show.
I saw some comments that were like, "Oh, she would be willing to marry Marie immediately," and she just met this girl. I was like, "I'm with you, bro. Like I'm right there. Like I just met this chick."
Yeah,
You're
they're
over
like,
here
why
looking
would
at your
you
character,
marry this
AJ.
person? Why would this person make a better wife than Brittany or your
Yeah,
original partner?
heart.
Why would this person be better? Like they ask you things like that. Oh, but answer the full question in a full
In
statement.
a full statement. If you don't,
Mm.
can you go back? You didn't answer the full question in a full statement and reiterate the question. So
Yeah.
try it again. So
That's so crazy.
This feels like a
Wow.
parent watching you on a date and just being like, hey, like they're trying to get you into like an Ivy League school. So you got to date the right person to like get into that school, and they're coaching
basically,
you on
yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. How do you both feel as the only Black couple on this show? Like, did you have an idea going in, like, we probably might be it. Like we might be the only ones. And like, how did you feel? How do you feel now after the show and just kind of reflecting on your time?
Before we were like, okay, there might be another at least Black person or a Black couple, something.
For sure, had it in my heart. Like,
You're
yes,
like, it
there
gotta
has
be
to be
one
Yeah.
mixed
one.
some-
Makes
Just
sense.
one. Yeah.
Wait,
Some-
don't leave the Black couple hanging. And then
And yeah.
we were hanging.
What did y'all think when y'all saw the cast? And I know love for
Oh.
the cast, whatever. But like when y'all did, y'all were like, okay, yep, well,
Right.
Basically,
we're
yeah.
in here.
Y'all stopped and had to go in like a corner and have a little powwow. Like, here's how we're gonna do this.
Not even because I
I didn't
think
have a chance.
you don't have a chance to, but at the
Once
same
you walk in,
time,
you're in it.
I think
Yeah.
for us, we
Mm.
walked in and we were the second to last couple walking in. And this is the only time you actually saw everybody for the first
Yeah.
time. So
Okay.
you don't know names, you don't know who, you don't know where, what, when, nothing. You just walk in and then you see everybody, you're like, oh.
Yeah, we're sitting around that big table the first day, like with Joanna.
So
Mhm.
we were praying. We're like, okay, we're second to last. There's one more group of chairs not occupied. This has to be a Black couple.
Yeah, like
And
surely
when
we
walked
just
in, we was
Or
like,
like at least
came like-
interracial. Something.
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
Or
And
like
then-
some real deep culture something.
They walked in and we just was like, ugh. We just knew what that meant. Like we knew what that meant. That means for us, what we interpreted as is most likely more scrutiny.
Mhm.
Probably more, oh, AJ's the only Masc Black. So now you got to carry this weight. And there's just so many things that could go left with that. Not like it was my problem for that, but it's so many things that people can interpret as, oh, I don't see her as me. And that's not how I would be. Like, it's just so many things. And then for Britney to be the like only dark-skinned Black woman, it was just like a lot of things, like just too many things that we thought of. But I think afterwards, because we had our break, like our last night together, basically,
Mhm.
and we were in the room, and I said, honestly, babe, like if we were to leave now, what does that do for our relationship? Like truly, like just because there's not another Black person here, even if the entire cast was Black, does that truly mean that somebody was going to help us get to the decision we needed?
Right.
We have what we have here. We got like it's based on personality. Like, can we still find the solution to our problem, whether it was a full Black cast, whether there was one more Black person, or whether the entire cast was snow bunnies? I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
whatever that looked like, you know what I'm saying? So we made the decision we weren't going to leave because it's not going to do anything. We're going to go home and still be in the same rut. Like, you can't recreate this experience at your house. I think
Yeah.
that if you try,
Right.
but
Yeah.
yeah, so we went
Yeah.
from that, and we just decided
Yeah.
like, okay, like we'll try. If something were to occur, then we'll talk about it, because we came in here together. The whole point is you come in here together. So if something is going to happen, let's talk about it. So
Yeah.
as a Black couple, yeah, we were shocked.
But afterwards, so we got our light just died. We went on the experience, and I think like afterwards, it just felt like, I don't know. How do we describe after the show?
Well, their question was,
You said before,
walking in
during,
as
and
the
after.
only
Oh, okay,
Black
great.
couple. What is
Yeah,
that?
I was like, you can talk about walking out too.
Oh, okay.
And what that walking out
Yeah.
experience looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was gonna be my follow-up, was to be like, okay, and then afterwards, like you all are having all of this messaging pushed towards you, but did you feel like there was support from the Black queer community in
Oh.
how you all were presented on the show, and also just being excited about y'all on the show? Like when I saw y'all, I was just like, yes, dark-skinned woman, we are here. I'm very excited about this. And to see y'all on the show, I was like, this was such a good representation of a Black queer couple on there, especially having it be a stereotypical like femme masc presenting couple as well.
Yeah.
But you all also broke stereotypes of what that looked like. So yeah, how did that support look? And did you feel any of that or the opposite? And then how did you genuinely just feel for yourselves afterwards?
I don't really know how to describe the feeling after. I think, support can look so different in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? So I think for us, I mean, I'll say for me, because I don't know how Brittany feels. But for me, I didn't really feel as supported, I think, as I like to feel potentially. Because of the many things as far as what we saw. You know what I'm saying? So like what we saw, like, oh, AJ just playing in this gorgeous queen's face. why she, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's just like the different things that we saw optic wise, what was presented to the world and what I lived through was two different things, completely
Yeah.
two different things. Like it's not even comparable as to what those things really were and and how it actually showed up. So I don't really think I felt necessarily as much as support as I'm feeling maybe right now. But I don't blame anybody for that because again, this is entertainment based. If they thought that it was going to raise numbers and do whatever it needed to do, then it did. You know what I'm saying? People were talking about it in the first 1 through 4 episodes, and then you had obviously other things to focus on. So, um, me necessarily, did I feel that support? No. Did I think I saw support for Britney? Absolutely. From the Black community, I saw it in a sense of why was she not chosen? Who wouldn't choose
Yeah.
someone that is gorgeous, entrepreneur, this, that, third, went to school? Like, I feel like a lot of the things that, like, for instance, like my accolades were completely washed out, where you don't see, like, it just seems like I'm a good for nothing, don't have a job, suckling
Yeah.
the tit for Brit,
So,
wanting her to pay all the bills and then come home and clean the house and do the dishes. Like, it just,
yeah.
two different support systems, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's kind of the same.
That's tough to like know how it played out in real time, preparing yourself for the premiere of the season and how people portray you, and then go through the whole process. And then it's like, you got to go out there and defend something that is like, that's TV magic. Like they did this. Like this wasn't how it went down. So how are y'all supporting yourselves during this to make sure it doesn't like any of the negativity or the weight of being on reality TV and being displayed in a certain way doesn't get to y'all?
We focus on ourselves. We focus on our real life, what's in front of us. We try not to get lost in a rabbit hole online. Don't really pay much attention. Don't look for and go out of our way to look for
Yeah.
things because what does that do for us if people had something to say or something, whatever that was, they can send it to me or whatever. So we just honestly just focus on our real life. Like,
Yeah. I think it's important, it's imperative for us to continue like talking like with you guys and others about the narrative of how important it is to see Black beautiful queer couples on shows like these. Necessarily, I wish that the show focused more heavily on the relationships and maybe not so much on the drama piece.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was important to see like Brittany and it was important hopefully to see another interracial or Black couple on the show, which most people don't know. Like my parents were on the show and they're both Black, and we didn't get to see a full Black uh family actually
At
get
all.
to celebrate their queer daughter, which again, like I don't remember if it showed too much, but I talked heavily about how my parents didn't accept me at first. Like they were basically throwing the Bible at me, this, that, and the third. You good?
yeah, sorry.
Throwing the Bible at me, this, that, and the third. And I just generally think that it was super, super, like I was hoping that that could show like here's a mother and a father, both have master's degrees, been in a relationship for 30 years,
She
married
is
for
in a
30
master's degree,
years.
by the way.
I
Just
do.
thought,
But
you know.
but yeah,
I
like
didn't show
it
none of this. God damn. I know
no,
you
no,
like,
no.
Right.
yeah,
Because
damn, you
that
didn't
was
even see my
actually
parents.
that was
That's
one thing I was
crazy.
upset about was that they didn't show y'all's parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
My
I was
It's
just like,
family time.
huh,
um Brittany's brother
huh.
came, my two aunties came.
My best friend
Her best
came.
friend came, Black, like nothing
Nothing.
was showed. And I just think that that was just something that I wish they would have shown because one, like for a Black family to show up for their queer kid, I'm not saying that that's like the most detrimental thing that people like, what am I trying to say? Like, it's not the most detrimental culture towards the gay community. It is a hard culture to get on board with the queer community, but it's not the most detrimental. Like there's other countries and other cultures that I feel like are, it's not that great if you were to come out to your family. But yeah, my family wasn't on board with that at all, and it was hard. And for them to come out and support me and say, I'm supporting you. And my dad, being a military man, he worked in the Pentagon, he is a very, very private man, looked me in my face and said, AJ, how come you didn't invite me to come on the show with you? Like, I want to support you. And I'm sitting here like, what? You don't even want me to show you on my Instagram story to 50
Right.
people, but you want to come on global? And he's like, you did something very courageous. You're doing it for the sake of love. I want to support you in this.
Wow. Yeah.
That's
It
huge.
has really transcended our
It didn't
relationship
make
completely,
the
but yeah, didn't make the cut.
Yeah,
Whole other show and story that we deserved and didn't get.
truly. How do we get the spinoff happening? Because
I
even
know.
Hey!
Yeah.
like, because I'd be about it. I'd be about it
Yeah.
because it's same like AJ. My dad is also military, still works in the government, still military. All of that, like to be able to even have that storyline that so many people have experienced
Mhm.
would have been incredible. But that I felt like was a huge miss to not show either of your families
Right.
on the show. And obviously, not that you all had any control over it, but the
Yeah.
writing was on the wall for what we were watching. And we were just like, okay, we
Yeah.
see it, we smell
Yeah.
it. It's fine.
It's fine. It's totally
It's
fine.
fine.
I think we get
It's
to share these narratives obviously through our socials and to show you guys who we truly are as people and not from an edit. But yeah, it's definitely different.
Another dynamic y'all showed that I think is one that happens often. It did happen in my relationship too, is um insecurities mask instead folks like have around like either not being the breadwinner or not measuring up to their femme partner. Can y'all talk about how y'all work through that? Like we did see some of that on the show, which I like appreciated them at least talking about that storyline, but like how did y'all resolve that? Like AJ, when did you feel get over the insecurities that you had for that and feel affirmed and like Brittany wants to marry me? Like Orlando has told me as well. Like everything is pointing to like AJ get married, but like how'd y'all get over that?
Yeah. So what I will say is, first and foremost, I think part of the puzzle came from my aunts coming, like again, what we didn't see, and having deeper
Damn it.
conversations with them about it. And my aunt gave a really great analogy where she said that love is like a bank. You can deposit every day and you can make withdrawals. And as long as you guys want to continue to have this bank, and whether it be bankrupt or have 100,000 deposit of love, as long as you're continuing to work on that, there will always be something to look forward to as long as you continue to put into each other. You might not be able to, on certain days, to be able to put in love, and sometimes you'll withdraw more than you put in. But there will come times where you guys both will have those moments. And what are you going to do, and how do you lean on each other? And that really was for me to say, okay, like I don't have to be all the way there. I can
Mhm.
be here in this moment and just be present with Brittany. Um, and I will say that like I think in the beginning when me and Brittany met each other, Brittany like she wasn't the breadwinner. She was still in school doing her thing. I provided a lot, and there came a time where even Brittany provided for me, and we did both and back and forth. And just to see her hit so many different accolades so quickly, I was just like, oh, in my mindset and the way my household, excuse me, where my parents work, they always came to the table meeting each other at least.
Mhm.
Not one does more, not one did less. Like they always came in the trouble meeting each other. So what you see me say is, yes, I just want to be that for you, is because we've had those conversations as to I just want to before we get married, I want to have a house. And then when we get married, we can both buy a house. And now we have 3 houses.
okay.
Like, is that, you know what I'm saying? Like that,
Mhm.
it really was to meet you, not to let you live a soft girl life. I know that's what you want to do, and that's fine. We'll get there when we get there. But like to just to overly just be like the I guess like the man or mask
Mhm.
in this, and just have this masculinity. It wasn't supposed to be that. Like it was never ever portrayed to her in that manner. I just wanted to be able to bring certain things to the table, but that wasn't like my real gripe. That
Mhm.
was really like my mask of a gripe. Because I generally had more um, I didn't know how to tell Brittany that it was her business. Like I came to the table saying, I just want to meet you where you're at and I want to be a provider. I
Mhm.
want to do this. But truth be told, I didn't know how to tell Brittany, it's your business. You are really in your business. You breathe, sleep, eat. And it's been like that for the last 3 years. And if you're doing so much right now, and it's never to make her choose between her and her business. It was never, ever, 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 ever that. Because I watched it be born and I watched it to where it's at now. I just didn't know how to tell her, like, I want a work-life balance. Like, when you come home, like, how do we integrate our lives? Because I want a family. I want to be a daddy one day. I want kids. And if you're doing so much business time right now, what does that mean for our kids? I don't want our kids having a sleepover or, sleeping and they have a nightmare and you come in the room and they're like, no, we want daddy because you're not here. Like, I don't want them to have that experience. And then when we go on family trips and you're like, oh, I can't because I got to work. Like, I just saw our future just running a course that she wasn't going to be like really there. And I just didn't know how to tell her that without sounding crazy about like not wanting her to do her
Her
business.
business
That was
and
never
being
it.
successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've realized that I think on the show, it started off that way in the
Yes.
first scene and the first bit of the show. And that's probably what she thought it was. And then after you communicated it to me, and then I kind of realized it too, was like, I am kind of neglecting you. Like, I am not being the
Like,
right
it's been 3 years.
partner. Yeah. Like, I realized
You were like
that,
36 months. 36 months. It's not,
yeah,
it's,
like,
yeah,
that's too bad.
you know,
But
yeah.
I do notice that, and I don't want that for her or myself. And I
Mhm.
haven't just only been neglecting her. I probably haven't been a great friend. I haven't been a great fucking sibling or daughter or whatever the fuck, because it's just like I have been so hyper focused on my business, and it's a very complicated business at that. It's not
Mhm.
like I'm just selling, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like it's a medical service. So there's a lot of like little parts and legalities and the this and then studying and what's the new updates and the compliance and then there's a lot. So
Yeah,
I'm the
researching.
research,
Yeah.
making sure that things are properly done, I'm a nurse, so having a doctor do there's just a lot. So long story short, I think I was just very obsessive. I would spend time at my location and then coming home on my computer, and then I'm responding to emails super late, and there would be never an actual cutoff time that I'm like, okay, no, after like this time, it's just us or like my actual life or whatever. And we didn't have date nights as much. We didn't have our we haven't traveled in a while. Like I haven't put my best foot forward in us. And then, but yet, but I'm still asking for marriage. So I can see where that didn't make align with you at that time. So
Yeah. And I didn't have the best communication skills to actually like tell her that at the time. Like I didn't
Mhm.
know what would be to say that on camera. You know how crazy, obviously we see how crazy it sounds when I was like, oh, Marie was here and she did this, that, and the third. Like, I want that. Like, no, like it sounds crazy. I just didn't know how to communicate that. So
yeah.
throughout the show, you see me actually then just say what the real issue was.
Mhm.
And I just was like, it just sounded like
Did
a
they show it?
sin. I don't think so. But we came to that conclusion. We did have a scene about it, but they just didn't show that. But yeah.
But long story short, what we did to change it was I've realized this realization. I started making more time, set hard boundaries, trying to delegate, certain things. I'm already in too deep with the business. Again, she wasn't asking me to give it up, but that helped me shit to be a better business owner because I'm like, you're right. I need to structure things better. I need to like really plan out my day better so I can have a cutoff time. I need to
Yeah.
delegate. I need to have more systematic things and more operational things to help me like have a better flow. And it's still a work in progress, but I'm getting better.
Yeah. And
And
I would say that for me, like it was more about having more individuality about myself.
Mhm.
I think that because I was home all day from 8, well, literally all day because I work from home. And then on top of that, to be cooking, cleaning, and doing all these things, like I'm waiting on her. And so I had to find that I needed a little bit more individuality, like things that I can do on my own
Mhm.
that didn't allow me to actually just have to be like, oh man, I miss you, and what are you doing, and why are you not home yet?
Mhm.
Because I do want her to focus on her business because that is a baby, and I want her to be so successful, like whatever she puts her mind to. But I had to switch my mindset a little bit in myself and be like, okay, I can't be so wrapped up. And it is a hard thing to do being at home 24/7 and you work from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I had to find certain
Mhm.
things to occupy my time when she wasn't here and just know if we just overly communicate of what we need, even if it sounds bad or it sounds wrong, how can we navigate through the conversation to get to the goal, which is,
Mhm.
okay, I need work-life balance now that I know what it is. I need that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, okay, I can give you an hour from 7 to 8 p.m. Does that work for you, babe?
And it
Yes
didn't help
or
because
no.
as you're building a business, you're still, especially the business that calls for like money, like an overhead, like having a location or something, like you're still working. Like I was still working as a nurse and still doing my business, like, and doing both. And
Oof.
throughout, she was there obviously from the beginning. So, like, and night shift at that. So it's just like,
But there was a time that you quit.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that's still part of the entrepreneur
Yes, yes.
journey that she was there for. So she's like, damn, okay, she working on the business all day. Now she's gonna sleep all day because she has to work night shift. Then she
Yes.
works all night for 12 to 13 hours, then sleeps all day, and then gets up and does more business and just repeats. So yeah, I saw that afterwards, and yeah.
Yeah, but it's definitely a pull and tug. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
there's yeah. So hopefully that answered your question the wrong
It
way.
did. No, it really did. And even it's funny with the communications even between couples, no matter how long you've been into a relationship, it's like once you have the language to describe what's going on, it's like, oh, well, yeah, I could do that. Like, or you know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
AJ, I could see you feeling like I can't. I'm gonna sound like a hater if I say like you're spending
Yeah.
too much time on your business because you do want her business to succeed, but
Yes.
also not having that time with her. And then Brittany is like, I am trying to get this business off the ground. Like that's a lot. Anything in medical is ridiculous, and the regulations rightfully are there. So I'm
Yeah.
glad y'all were able to be able to communicate that and come to that.
No,
It's
thank
important
you
to
so
see.
much.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, before we get to some questions about life outside of the show, AJ, we have a question that we have to discuss with you.
I
Oh
might have an
yeah.
answer.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Kris, go
AJ.
ahead. Go ahead. We'll lay it up for you. But we
So
we stopped and we were like, AJ's coming on the show. This is our
I
time.
had to ask this. So I know y'all probably heard within the community that we want a queer host of this show. Right. So like your compliment on the reunion, I was like, all right, AJ, like this deep ass compliment to Joanna. But like I said before we hit record, I don't know y'all. I don't know what's going on. So can y'all tell us like what Joanna means to y'all because we don't see that side of things. Like,
Is she the
you
power
you
straight
had,
of the
yeah,
show?
or
That's what
just
I need to know.
you gave that compliment for a reason. So, and we don't get to see Joanna outside of, the
Um,
little hosting. So,
well, let me start off by saying I do believe that the queer community, like a queer show, does need a queer host. I think there's certain things that need to be talked about and certain things that we could divulge in. But Joanne is here, and I love this woman. This woman is so sweet and so kind. For me, giving that compliment, it was really, I didn't know the cameras were still rolling at this point in time. Like this was really after the reunion was actually done.
Yep.
So
They said, okay, we're done.
yeah,
And
Not that
then
I
God
got
got
you
you.
one last
God
time. It
damn
got
it.
you one
My
last
yeah,
mic is
time.
still
don't
on.
forget that they're rolling.
I had no
Damn.
idea
And
Yes.
it
because
did
when I
seem
came
like,
to the point, it
okay,
really was coming
that
from a
it did.
place of like, I see how much, and it's like unnecessary hate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the woman is already here. She already signed a contract. She's here.
Mhm.
Obviously, no amount of hate and no amount of talking about this woman is going to change right now in this moment because we don't know how long the contract is for, right? For her to be there for us in the way that she was. Now, was she in obviously in our trial marriages and seeing us and checking in on us? No. She was there for the big moments. And as a host, as any host, they would have spent the same amount of time with us no matter what it was. So whether that was Raven and her wife or
Some
Niecy
other queer
Nash and
person.
Jessica
Yeah.
Betts, they were
Hmm.
going to spend the same amount of time with us that
Mm.
Joanne spent. So for me, for her to be there for all the big moments, clearly, because whether that's in her contract or not, I just generally appreciated her
Mhm.
and wanted her to know, like, if the world don't like you, I like you because you are
Yeah.
sweet, you are kind. You could have easily, really, truly been doing it. If and hey, if it is doing it for a check, then that's your narrative. But the fact of how she handled herself with us,
Mhm.
how she talked to us, how she like, there was a time which obviously it's not ever going to be on camera, but we were on camera and I had a headache. And she said, "You have a headache?" And I said, "Yo, I have a splitting headache. We've been sitting there for hours, hours filming." And I was like, it was a break time. And I said, "I have a headache." And she said, "And nobody got you anything?" And I said, "No. I've been asking for, like, in talking to my breasts, if I have any, to get some ibuprofen, Advil, something.
Mhm.
Hey." And she said, "Oh, no, 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 don't worry about it. Ibuprofen for AJ."
Immediately gets
And it
it.
came immediately,
Pronto.
pronto.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I think just to watch
It's good
her
looking out.
talk to us and even in between takes, she was talking
She
to
was
us. She was
talking. I
like
was just gonna add that
engaging
she
with
was
us. Like,
talking
how are
so much
you?
more than what Like when it's during the moments that she's talking, it says, "Okay, we're here for the ultimatum."
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of like very prompted and scripted. But like she was saying so much.
She knew about us. Like, she was
going
like,
on and on and on.
Wow.
Oh my God, you guys
I was
live in
like,
Florida?
no.
I'm in Florida. Like,
Yeah,
she
like,
was
she
talking like a girl, like
girl, and
yeah,
like an
so-
advocate. And she did it because she's an advocate. I mean, overall, that's what I would hope that is. But I know she did it because she's an advocate and she wanted to at least be like in that space to be like, yo, I'm with y'all. I'm here and I love y'all. And I want you to know that. So me giving that compliment truly was to just tell her about my experience.
We're already on season 2.
We're already on season 2.
So
We're already here. And I didn't know that they were going to keep rolling, but it really was just to let her know, if everybody's not on board with you, I'm on board with you. I like you.
Yeah.
You're cool. You're great. Do we need a queer host? Yes. Or maybe just a co-queer host, something like just the dynamic. I think it's, I know it sounds like a little contradictory, yes, but in that moment, she's here. She's not queer, but she's here doing her job. And I love that. And the fact that she was so kind, so patient with us. And then, like I
that
said,
was really the point.
yeah,
there.
the real,
It's just
Yeah.
it's like, yes, queer host, we do
yes, we do need
recognize
it.
that, but
Yes.
she's here, so we love you, we appreciate you, and you're on second season 2 of this. Like at this point, like I do appreciate it, like, to be honest.
But correct me if I'm wrong, and I might be, but you know the series I Kissed a Girl?
Yeah.
I don't watch it.
Isn't
I
Danny
don't.
Minogue straight?
Yeah, I think so.
Is she?
Or has like some experiences, or has like swung in that direction behind the scene because there's rumors.
Stop, that's not.
I don't know.
I was like,
I thought she
swung behind the
I'm
scenes.
like, let me look this up.
right. Is she, like,
Probably.
I thought she had, if I was remembering correctly when I looked, I thought she had a husband. So I was like, it's interesting that maybe she gets nothing, no flack. Everybody loves her. But
Yeah.
here's Joanna.
No.
And
In May 2024, reports indicated Danny Minogue had identified as queer.
okay, great. Never mind.
But she said, I identify as queer in a weird way.
I don't want to know what that means.
I don't know.
Right.
Well, either way, no, thank you
That sounds
for
like a Minogue
both
type
y'all
ass answer.
sharing that, because, you know, again, we don't know what's happening for
Yeah.
real behind the scenes, and, you know, her going out her way to not even just be a host, but just be a decent person. So that like paints the context.
It
for
wasn't
us and
like, oh,
everything.
when we cut, she's like, okay, can we just move on? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, or
right.
didn't
talk
talk because
worry
it could-
about us, like,
no.
and
Yeah,
like, okay, y'all
no,
roll.
she's-
Okay, I'm here.
She's invested.
real.
Like she was invested.
She's invested, and I
Yeah.
think we just don't see enough of that. And to also clear this point up, if it were ever to come up, but I know a lot of people said they wish she talked more into certain points. She does.
Yes.
They just don't.
Oh, they just don't
don't
put
show it.
Yeah.
Editing
He
again.
was in
Mhm.
that reunion, hand over fist. You hear me? They
Really?
just didn't show it. So
Ugh.
I'm like,
That's what we were
no, y'all need to
wondering.
back up because
Yeah.
she got
She got
to
to it.
Yeah.
See,
You
that
see the
is
body
good
language of
editing.
some people, and it's because of those parts that they cut.
I know, and you could see with it's such hard cutting.
Because the
I'm
body
telling
language
you.
is strong.
She asked
Yeah.
the right questions at the right time, and they just don't show it because obviously people who were getting those questions maybe did not answer the question to the full of their ability,
Mhm.
and they just don't show it. So
Mm,
I just want to know that she gets to the T. They just don't show it.
They don't show it.
Got it.
They do her quite a disservice with it. But shout out to her, and thank y'all for clearing that up. Don't listen to us. We're we could be pieces of shit in the queer community. We like,
Even she
get her
gets-
off the
she
show. Like we
No,
She
But you know.
understands. We understand.
She
Yeah.
understands.
yeah. Okay.
And you know,
Yeah.
I think this is a
They
heavy.
gotta stop editing her like that then, because that's kind of crazy. Like, because
Right,
we
like,
that
this
was
is
the
a
thing
really
too,
good
was like if
opportunity.
she is gonna be, because that's like not unheard of to obviously have like, you know, a straight host even for the one or two queer shows we get a year. But yeah, ask more questions, see more. But they paint her like she doesn't ask any follow-ups and just is like, okay, and, you know, so it's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
that damn editing.
She should- if yeah, you're right. If she's gonna be straight, you might as well like get her. Oh, I
Oh.
hit myself in the face,
Are
Lord.
you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. But yeah, if she's gonna be the straight host, she might as well get juicy with it.
Yeah.
and-
Right.
Yeah.
And she
Like,
does.
that's all we asked for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Just get to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
y'all. See,
All right.
look, we don't know them for real. We just watched
Right,
the show,
okay.
y'all. We don't know them for real.
We watch a
That's
show
why
and
we
go
have
off
to
the
have these
characters that they turn y'all into.
conversations.
That's
It
what
really,
happens.
like literally, I had somebody come up to me and was like, "You're really toxic, but I've only watched episodes 1 through 4." And I was like, "Oh,
Y'all landed
What
the
a
plane pretty well.
disclaimer.
1 through
What a
4 was
disclaimer.
rough, but
I was
I feel
like,
like Hopefully y'all feel like y'all came out,
Great.
man.
What do you do? What did you want me to do with that information? Like,
Right.
you want a
Crazy.
drink? You want me to buy you a drink? You good? Oh, okay.
Keep watching. I don't,
Yeah,
what,
yeah. I
like,
don't know.
that's crazy.
That's so funny. All right. Well, to be respectful of time, I feel like that is a perfect segue into our bad queer opinions, because what type of bad queers will we be if we didn't have unpopular queer opinions? So, AJ, Brittany, as mentioned before, this is a very fun segment. You can laugh, judge, ask follow-up questions, agree, disagree. Anything goes in this segment, really.
Okay.
That's what this is. So excited to hear what you all have, but Kris and I will go ahead and get started first. So my bad queer opinion has directly happened to me, and I have been watching this behavior with my gay guy friends because it's summer. I'm in Chicago. The gay boy scene is very strong, and I have a lot of gay guy friends because I play flag football.
Ooh, love that.
Gay boys. I don't know if anybody's ever told y'all, but y'all are not loyal by any
Mm.
means necessary. Y'all will go and pick up somebody else's man in an instant. Or if you're, and I'm also bringing this to bisexual men as well, because did I show my guy friend who is bisexual this woman that I had a crush on? And as soon as I get on like a FaceTime call with her or something, he immediately plays himself up. And I stopped and I said, not your straight side coming out. Not your not your straight side coming out to the person that I told you I had a crush on. And he was like, well, what? She's stunning. I was like, I know. That's why I told you I had a crush on her. That's why I'm trying to talk to her. What do you mean? Y'all are not loyal and y'all need to get it to clean it up. Come out here and clean it up because I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of watching y'all break up all of your friendships. And then all of a sudden, one week you're hanging out and the next week you're not. And stop coming for our women. It's hard enough for us to date. Okay. Leave us alone. Let us be.
That's a good one. That's a good. I'm not gonna deny it because that's actually absolutely correct. I've seen it in my real life up close.
I can only imagine in Florida. Because the weather's nice all the time and they can sit there and have their shirts off and wear their mesh shirts and be all sparkly and shit.
Coochie
And
cutters. We got a coochie cutters on.
that one.
I will say I agree because I do feel that the world is still asking for a queer ultimatum for all men, but I think that would be a complete
It would
shit
be an orgy.
Everybody would
That's
be
all it would be.
madness.
Everybody would be fucking.
date one. Like, hey, you want to the bathroom? Yeah, me too.
That's all too. No combos.
Two questions. It's two
No
questions.
question.
Top or bottom?
Right.
Top, bottom. Bathroom?
Done.
Yes. Go.
Yes. And that's how quick that's seeing Grinder in real time. That's all the show would be. Like whenever we were talking about like, okay, how do we have a queer Love is Blind? And they were like, oh, they might have one for gay men. I was like, they can't.
That's hilarious.
They can't because
that's on another platform.
They'll be talking to another person
that's
on
another
because it wouldn't make sense. You'd have to separate everyone as an individual and then have them rotate and never have that like little quarters with the girls and the guys because they'll start falling in love and I feel in those individual.
And imagine being in the dating week one where you're sitting across your partner and they're making out like just full on making out because the chemistry is that like hard, you know.
They probably are fucking and dating week.
Yeah, it'd be
and they would be.
And they would be. And they would be. Yeah.
I agree. Stamp of approval.
Thank you.
That's too funny.
What would we say? Well, you go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I'll bring up one of my past bad queer opinions. We were talking about this the other day. This gold star thing is like a zombie topic. So I want to speak directly to a community that I am a part of so that they know that it's coming from the heart and there's no ill intent.
Take your time. Take your time.
Yeah, it's important. I promise you, no one cares that you're a gold star lesbian. Like, I promise you, no one cares. It's such an empty flex. It doesn't give you extra points. You're not a better like lesbian or a queer person for that. It's like being in a competition like no one signed up for. You're competing against no one. Like, it is so lame. Please stop. Please stop leading with that. Like,
wow,
what the fuck?
This is great.
It's so lame. It is so lame. Please stop.
Could
it's
you
like
imagine?
you know the cars that have the spoilers and like the muffler, like they want you to hear. It's like that. It's like the noisy car, or the motorcycle where it's just like, all right, we got it. You worked on your car. You modified it. Like no one cares. It's just a thing that happened to you. It just happened.
Yeah.
Like nobody cares.
Imagine if being a gold star lesbian erased your credit score.
Yeah, or something. You got a jacket,
Like something
or just
valuable.
like,
something
like
valuable
something,
to the
something
community.
Yeah,
Like
valuable.
it got you in a VIP
like
line
you
for
got
the
a gold
Yeah.
car.
star, you got a
Yeah, like,
gold
oh,
card,
look what we
and you
got
can go
here. Like
in.
you skipping lines and all
Yeah.
that.
Why
Like
are
it's
you wearing it as
crazy.
a badge of honor? Like,
Yeah, they really act like you skip the lines where it's like gold star line. Like it's just a whole thing. You don't even pay to get in. Like it's just, yeah, they
that's
swear it's
Interesting.
something
I love
I
that.
actually love that because
very
I love that.
that is
crazy.
true.
It's crazy.
It kind
It's
of make it
crazy.
seem like, oh, well, you dibbled and dabbled or like had your past life. I'm more legit because I've never done. Yeah,
Yeah, and
Right.
it's just like
And my whole
everybody has
thing
just
is
different experiences.
yeah,
so that
exactly.
means the sex with you should be incredible. So any of you who are gold stars and bad at sex because
Good
you've
job.
been out here only touching the kitty cat, what you
Slightly
doing? If
bad.
you're
Fire
bad at
Very
sex,
bad.
what you doing?
Yeah.
Imagine that is
Wow.
the best take because imagine masked women who have never, and then yeah, all of a sudden you know what to do with the strap. Like you know what to do. Like you know
Please,
how it's supposed to move. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
please.
please,
Telling you. I'm
several,
telling you.
several.
So lame.
What's your bad queer take or whatever you want to call this?
Oh, my bad queer. Is it bad queer
How do
opinion?
you call it?
Bad
Yes.
queer
Bad
opinion.
queer opinion.
Bad queer opinion. See, man, I'll be listening.
Okay, good.
Thank you. My bad queer opinion is that I believe just because you're masked, that does not automatically qualify you to be a touch me not.
Qualify.
Mm.
Qualify is the word in
You
this.
have a pussy, it works. You could do what you want to do with it. If you had bad experiences, I understand that. But if you've never tried it, find the right one and just try it. And maybe you might like it.
Let me drink some water too.
Bad. I like that.
AJ, I appreciate this take because I had a take probably a few weeks ago where I said that every queer person should be a verse at some point. It doesn't mean for like every sexual experience you have to always do whatever, but like experience the whole spectrum of what we can do.
Yes.
You're gonna be queer, we gotta go from A to Z, at least.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. At
And
least
like
be
if you
open
don't
to
like
it.
it, that's okay. You don't have to do it
At least
again,
try
but you tried it.
Yeah.
But I hate meeting people. Like, I've hated meeting people who were like, I'm strictly femme. And it's like, okay, great. I like femmes. And then they're like, yeah, I don't do this strap. It's like, I don't know about that.
That feeds into my bad queer opinion.
You got it.
It's like also as a femme, I feel like I'm not a pillow princess. And I feel like that shouldn't always be, I feel like you should explore. You might actually like that you're
She's
little
not a
more-
pillow princess now, thanks to me. Okay.
I've always been dominant. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Why'd you make that pause?
Because I had to make sure that I'm fact checking myself.
Right. Okay.
But no,
What's that time?
nah, you know I was fucking around with a bunch of femme bitches and blowing their backs out. And
bitches.
also with Masc. Well, the Masc won't touch, let me do all that. So there's that, I guess.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
So
The film on film blowing out. It's always y'all blowing out backs, and it's just like y'all's glory stories are always very funny to hear. Like where it's just
Yeah.
like, okay, y'all was just out there
Come on,
blowing out
glory
backs.
story.
Okay, yeah,
Glory story.
glory
Come on, glory
story.
story.
Yeah.
now I have my roommates knocking on my door like, Brittany, I heard what you was doing to the other girl. What do you mean?
You said you heard me do it to her twice. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
Right. I'm walking into a whole house.
yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
That was actually like the
love that.
perfect voice to do it into, where it's just, but I'm not a pillow princess.
Yeah.
Right.
Blow your back out. Like, I'm gonna blow your back out. Whole chest. Don't play with me.
Yeah.
Right, and the nails. Don't play with me.
Right.
Okay?
Get active. I love it.
Yeah.
I
These
love
were
it.
good ones.
Yeah, this one, the
That's
first one
fun.
took me out. I ain't gonna lie.
That's so funny.
Thank you.
Took me out.
It's tough.
These hoes ain't loyal.
It's
These
And
gay
it's tough
boys
being friends because
ain't
then they be
loyal.
switching shit up, and it's just like I'm not gonna
Always.
learn any names. Not gonna learn any names if y'all keep doing this because it just be rotating. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot
And
of
this is how the
secrets to keep.
nicknames become
nickname.
prevalent.
Old
Like how
girl,
quickly, like,
tried and true.
okay, oh, girl, you be sitting there and they
Oh,
did that
boy.
like one spin move, and you'd be like, oh, I was like, apple bottom? Yeah. Like, we're talking about apple bottom? We talking
Don't
about
call them by
peach
their
fuzz
names.
from
Don't
up
call them
here?
by their
Like, that's how,
Yeah.
like, there's
Don't
no
have a
names.
name.
There's only nicknames.
about them juicy booty.
Okay?
Juicy booty.
They have no, they have not, most of my
No
guy
names.
friends, like, they have not earned names. Like, I have to sit and go through the list until they stick around, and then I'm like, okay, now I'll remember who you are.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Welcome,
Mm,
Jared.
mm, mm.
right? Like, congratulations, you have earned a name. And that is all the respect that we can get.
It's a big hug. They're like, why is this hug
You're
so
waiting on
long?
it.
And it's just like he doesn't even know how he made it
Doesn't
through
know.
all the rounds. Okay.
Right.
So,
Whatever
This
it
is
takes.
actually graduation. This is
Right.
graduation. And so we have to
Welcome,
recognize
Jared.
that.
Welcome. What? Oh, welcome.
What, your
Jared.
name is Malcolm? Oh shit.
Like, wow,
Right.
what a
I
powerful
know.
name. Go,
Yep.
my man.
Yeah.
Like,
So funny.
well, great job, everybody. Great bad queer opinions all
Yeah.
around.
This was
All
so much
around.
fun.
This was. I can't believe we've made it to the end of the show, but you know we would never leave you without giving shout outs to our faves. My shout out this week goes to Herby Revolus, who is the host of Homegworl Hangout,
Herby.
which is a weekly pop culture commentary show for the girls and the gworls. Expect videos on celebrity culture, girl chat, and the occasional political roast. You can follow and watch on YouTube at Homegworl, GWORL Hangout.
Love Herby.
Oh.
My shout out is to the Valqueeries. They're bringing queers who are Golden State Valkyries fans together for fun and community. I guess it's the official Golden
They've
State
done good.
Valkyrie. Yeah, they
They've
have
even made it to my
fan cam.
timeline. I'm like,
Listen,
okay.
they're there. They're there. Yep. So follow them on IG at Valqueeries, and we'll have it in the description.
Amazing. Those are good.
I love that.
Do we have
All
any
right.
shout outs aside from
Yeah.
ourselves?
Shout out to the back queers.
All right.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
No, thank you guys. So excited to be here. Talk all things bad queers, good queers, all the queers in between, all of it. So
Yes,
I know.
yes.
We
It
appreciate
was great.
y'all.
I feel like we only got to scratch the surface of getting to know y'all and stuff. So we're definitely gonna have to have you back so we can learn more things, talk through with y'all, and just keep
invite us to Chicago. Just do that.
Don't tempt me with a good time because we have the parties, we have the events. We could do this.
Yeah, you better tell somebody.
Okay.
No,
You
do
better
that.
tell somebody and we out.
Let me pull his phone back up. And be like,
Right,
okay.
Yeah.
We love it. Well, yes. Well, for everybody who wants to follow, support, and keep in touch with you all, where should they go?
For myself, it's my Instagram page is my main account. It is spelled BritneyThmpsn, which is basically Thompson without the O's. So yeah.
And mine is AJ always _jamming without a G at the end.
Love it. And Brittany, do you want to shout out your business as well? Or y'all want to shout out anything else y'all are doing or where you'll
Well, since we're asking, I didn't want to.
Put it on here
business
because the
owner
way
and
we are
entrepreneur,
growing,
we
queer-owned
support Black
businesses.
queer-owned
Okay.
businesses.
That's
Let's
it.
go.
That
Thank
means
you.
so much. I am a medical spa owner, which means a medical business and a spa infused. So we focus on wellness and beauty with IV vitamin nutrition and also skincare that will treat your skin concerns. The business is called Vitalux IV Lounge and Med Spa. It's located in Orlando, Florida. Our website is Vitalux with 2 X's, medspa.com. And yeah, check us out. Come see us.
You better come see my baby. Y'all better come
Okay.
Support,
Out
support,
here.
support.
What's those TikTok videos where it's like, you better hear my girlfriends,
Yeah.
hear my fiance's, hear my fiance's business. You're gonna like it.
You better not laugh.
Yeah, and I'm near the airport too. So if you're flying into Orlando, then
Ooh.
book your appointment. We're reservation only, okay? Don't pop up now.
Come on, reservation.
Yeah, so reservation only, come on in and same day, come on in, get a drip, get an IV, feel good, live better.
Get a facial.
Nice.
Yes.
Immunity
it.
boost shots.
That's
Fat
perfect.
B12 shot.
B12,
fat burn,
fat
all
burn,
of that.
immunity, vitamin C, biotin. And get it right
Nice.
to where it needs to be, baby.
Come on, we said health.
Shana, I feel like we got to go to Brittany for our bathhouse idea we have.
Oh my God,
Brittany
yes.
could get us there.
Actually,
Brittany's our bathhouse connect.
We'll
It's
talk
fine.
about this.
We'll tell you
We'll talk about it.
Oh,
We'll tell you about it
okay.
after. Don't you worry. We'll talk about it after. It's fine. It's
Okay.
fine. But for everybody else,
Be on
for
the
everybody who's listening, once again, AJ, Brittany, thank you so much for your time today. We had
Thank
a
y'all so
blast. Can't wait to have you on again. And for everybody else who's listening, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Take care.
Bye.
Can we talk about things? I'm sorry that I'm